where does consciousness come from? I mean, metaphysically. I don't mean how it is generated. I don't mean how you stay the same person over time. I mean, where is it coming from in the first place? Where do you come from? Your feeling of being you. Where does that come from? Well, maybe universalism has the answer. Maybe Arnold Zuboff got it right. At least I take him very seriously. After reading his book, Finding Myself, he claims that it's all coming from the same place. Every conscious being is the same I, the same immediate feeling. Metaphysically, it's the same. No matter how it's generated, no matter where it is generated, no matter when, it's always the same. So you do stay the same person over time, but you also only have one option for which person to be in the first place. This is by no means a new idea. Hinduism says the same thing. Open individualism is the same thing. Alan Watts said the same thing. But what Zuboff does differently is the probability arguments. There are two ways you can come into existence, either as the result of an easy game, where it's only one person every time, or a hard game, where you're one of infinitely many possibilities for a very large number of possibilities. So just on sheer probabilities, you're most likely in the easy game. That's the argument. So you have thought experiments like the Sleeping Beauty problem and the hotel inference. They lead to the same place as mystical experiences can also lead you. But I don't think mystical experiences have a claim on truth just because you have the feeling. But these probability arguments are hard to argue against. So this is why I take universalism very seriously. And trust me, I've tried to think how it could be differently, but it's so hard to argue against. So now I consider universalism to be more likely true than not. Yeah, anyone can read this book for free. I found it by going to Arnold Zuboff's Wikipedia page and looking at the links in the notes. Then you can download the entire book and read it and see what you think. See if we can still find some way to argue for the hard game, where there's a separate consciousness for each person. But it's not looking likely. It's looking like that's the only game that is plausible. That you're the same person. And if we are the same person, we should be nicer to each other, because it's just the thing to do, not for altruistic reasons, but for completely selfish reasons, because you have to give up non-solipsism and conclude that we are the same. That should influence our behavior too. Universalism is a way to bypass all of science, all of neuroscience, all of physics, all of religion. And that's not surprising since it's metaphysics, of course. But it is notable that if God is a conscious being, then you are God too. So knowing yourself is a way to know God. If you believe in God, which you can, it's compatible with this. And it's also compatible to believe in intermediate spiritual beings and even souls between this physical world and the ultimate bedrock, one conscious being reality that Zuboff has uncovered, or at least very likely has demonstrated. So I can't think of a good argument against it anymore. But I would love to hear counter arguments, if you have any, please put them in the comment.